North Carolina rental laws outline the rules in the state regarding lease agreements and evictions. We'll examine relevant laws for standard lease agreements, month-to-month lease agreements, and evictions. Standard lease agreement. A standard lease gives an overview of the terms between a landlord and tenant for the renting of property. A standard lease is commonly a one-year fixed period and is the most widely used rental contract. Month-to-month lease. A month-to-month lease, also called an at-will tenancy, is an agreement between a landlord and tenant that automatically renews every month and terminates upon notice by either party. In North Carolina, the notice must be provided a minimum of 7 days prior to termination as required by law. Required disclosures. In North Carolina, the following disclosure is required to be included as part of the lease. Security deposit. If the landlord requires a deposit, they're required to inform the tenant where the funds are being held within 30 days of acceptance. Furthermore, the funds either must be deposited into a licensed trust account at a financial institution located in North Carolina, or the landlord may furnish a bond for the amount from an insurance company licensed to conduct business in the state. Landlord access. In North Carolina, the landlord is not required to provide notice before entering the property for repairs or any non-emergency reasons. Security deposit laws. In North Carolina, landlords may charge up to 1.5 months rent for month-to-month tenancies. If the tenant leases the property for a longer time frame, the landlord may charge up to 2 months rent. After the tenant leaves, the landlord is required to return the money within 30 days, unless there is damage to the property, whereby the landlord can send a notice within the 30-day period that an additional 30 days is needed to estimate the cost of the repairs. Eviction laws. There are 2 legally accepted causes for eviction in North Carolina. Non-payment of rent. If the tenant is late on rent, the landlord can issue a 10-day notice to pay or quit. This gives the tenant 10 days to pay the rent in full along with any penalties or vacate the property. If they do neither, the landlord may be forced to seek an eviction from the court. Non-compliance. If the tenant breaks any portion of the lease other than late rent, the landlord may issue an immediate notice to quit. In this case, the tenant is unable to cure their violation and is required to vacate immediately.